All right. So, these last couple of weeks have been really, really fun, mainly because my close friends and I, Jenny, Brianna, and Ricky, we went on a bunch of different hikes over break. We did a bunch of hikes mainly out in Malibu. They would all oversee the sea. We also did some hikes in Westlake. But overall, I would say we went about 3 to 4 times a week. Not every week, but I would say probably every other week. But I also definitely did a lot of mountain biking with my good friend Nico. We would go out definitely 4 to 5 days a week consistently for these last couple of weeks. So we definitely got a lot of riding, a bunch of different nice views, and definitely a bunch of cardio, which I didn't really mind. Most of our biking was out in Rocky Peak in Simi Valley. One of the days I crashed pretty hard and I ended up denting my front rim, which was probably the most expensive dent I've ever gotten. It was about $200 to replace, which sucked, but whatever. But the highlight of my week was definitely last week, since it was my birthday on the 21st, so I ended up waking up, and then my buddy Nico and I just did a bunch of mountain biking. We were out for about 4 hours. Then I ended up grabbing some dinner with my mom and my sister, and then we all just hung out for the rest of the night. But that Friday, I ended up going to rent a GTR and an M3 that my buddy AJ has. He owns a car rental company, so he hooked me up, which was super awesome of him for my birthday. I ended up driving around that day pretty much all day. I gave my buddy Ricky a ride. We ended up going to have some breakfast out in Malibu. Super, super awesome. And we just took a bunch of video, and then that evening I took out the M3, and then I ended up hanging out with my friends Brianna, Jenny, and Ricky again. We ended up going to a sunset hike out in the sandhill, which is where I almost also lost my GoPro. I was running down the sandhill, and then it fell out of my jacket pocket, and we didn't notice until we got in the car and we left. So we ended up driving away, and then I wanted to take more video, but we couldn't find the GoPro, and we all got out of the car, looked for it, we couldn't find it. So we ended up driving all the way back to the sandhill. We all got out, looked for it. We ended up having to climb the sandhill again, which I felt really, really bad because it's a brutal climb. And so we all just took out our flashlights because it was pitch black, and we luckily ended up finding it, which I was super stoked for. So overall, I would say last couple of weeks have been super, super fun. And yeah, that's pretty much my week.